Hey everybody, welcome back to the James Bond Show. No fears, limits, or substitutes. Now today, guys, I am reviewing Diamonds Are Forever. Now, that is what I would rather do than watch this film. Now, guys, you're probably wondering, why is Krazy Kajeevie got a blender next to him? Well, see this? When Charles Gray is going to speak every time in Diamonds Are Forever as Blofeld, this is what I like to do. That was ice! Next time it's going to be nails. Oh my goodness, what were they thinking with this film? As you can tell, I don't like it very much. Now, for anyone that hasn't seen Diamonds Are Forever, run! Don't go straight to Live and Let Die. I mean, watch on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Skip Diamonds Are Forever and go straight to Live and Let Die. That's what Krazy Kajeevie meant. Okay, guys, so I got to review the film. I think it went for 120 something minutes. I don't really care because they were the worst minutes of my life. Now, it cost about $9 million and it was directed by Guy Hamilton. More on that in a moment. And it probably made around $122 million at the box office. And they thought, woo, we made about $30 million extra because we got Sean Connery back, and Connery returned because Lazenby said to ya 7-picture deal, and he bailed. He was not fired. That is absolute garbage, but I'll be doing a video soon on Mr. Lazenby. Good morning. And I'll do a video on him, and I'll give you all the facts about what really happened with George Lazenby. Okay, so back to this film. Charles Gray replaces Telly Savalas as Blofeld, and Sean Connery replaces Lazenby as Bond. So James Bond goes off to work out who's taken all these diamonds, conflict diamonds, and conflict diamonds, that's kind of from Die Another Day, but hey, I think they pinched it from Diamonds Are Forever. And guess what? Both suck! Anyway, so James Bond, he goes off, he pretends that he's a badass named Peter Franks. After he punches the crap out of Peter Franks, chucks him over a balcony thingy, and kills him. And that is the best part of the film. Now just go to the credits. That's it. Go to the credits. Watch that. Get to that. Go to the credits. Because you will escape what's going to come later. Okay, so Bond, as Peter Franks, goes through this diamond heist. He ends up in America, ends up in Las Vegas, and he's got to track down these diamonds. He soon learns that a man named Willard White, who's hidden up in a Las Vegas penthouse, is really Ernst Stavro Blofeld, played by, I've run out of ice, played by Charles Gray. I really wish I could put the producers' heads in here and squish it for coming up with this garbage. So, James Bond finds out that Blofeld is behind all this, and on his adventure, he's got Jill St. John as Tiffany Case, and she helps him, and they've got to go and destroy Blofeld. They end up on a big oil rig with a big fight, and Blofeld escapes. And as you can tell, this is probably the worst review ever, because this is the worst film ever, and this is painful for me to review it. The story is not much chop, and for those people that have seen the film, they understand the story anyway. And for those of you watching it, run! You've got the gist of the story. So, Sean Connery is back as James Bond. He was paid $1.25 million. Now, let me clear up a little fact here. A lot of people go, okay, he didn't care. No, he didn't. He was fat. He was overweight. He was Fat Elvis. This is what I call, and it's gone through the Bond industry. Now, a lot of other people have caught on to this, but Krazy Kajeevie invented it. This is Fat Elvis Connery. Do not let anyone fool you here. This is Fat Elvis Connery, and ironically, it's set in Las Vegas. Okay, so he was paid $1.25 million, too much, but a lot of people think, oh, but at least he gave it all to the Scottish charity Fustrun thing that he set up. Okay, so do you know your facts on this? Connery, being a very smart man, wanted to get revenge on the producers, basically saying, They weren't paying him enough. That's why he bailed, and that's why he didn't do it on Her Majesty's Secret Service. So when he came back to Diamonds Are Forever, yes, he gave the $1.25 million to the charity trust for the Scottish Education Trust. But what he actually did was he had about a 10 to 12% profit point deal on the box office takings. So now work out around $122 million what 10% off it is. Connery made a lot of money, big bickies. So his fee for doing the film, it didn't all go to that. He gave a pittance that, well, $1.25 million back in the day. That's great, that's good, cool. But Connery got paid, and he got paid for walking through this film like a fat, bloated mess that didn't care, that didn't want to be there. In his contract, he had clauses that if they went over time, more money. Shooting schedule, more money. And of course, a 2-picture deal he made with David Picker, the then head of United Artists, and only one of those films got made. So, which I believe was it The Offence from memory? I think The Offence. If I'm wrong, someone correct me in the comments below. And by the way, while you're there, hit subscribe if you want to see more Krazy Kajeevie. So what do I think of this film? Not you don't already know. The film is an absolute mess. When you watch Diamonds Are Forever and you go to... when you watch Her Majesty's Secret Service and you go straight into Diamonds Are Forever, you really do want to take a tie and hang yourself. Ian Fleming's classic On Her Majesty's Secret Service novel got made into such a stunning, faithful adaptation. And then people like David Picker, who's like, no, we've got to get Connery back, we've got to get Connery back. They pooed their pants. And this is why they also try to cast Adam West as Batman. That's why they set the film in Vegas and they went for this. They sold out and they got cold feet and they lost their way. And this is where the film... or the franchise through Eon lost their way and they just didn't know what they were doing. The film has very limited action. The editing is poor. I think it's one of the worst soundtracks of all. Yes, the John Barry blended Shirley Bassey theme song, Diamonds Are Forever, it's a good song. That's good. It works. But the rest of the music... I'm sorry, my opinion, it's terrible. Connery's performance is terrible. And then we have Charles Gray as Blofeld. Oh my goodness, and he's in drag. They have Blofeld in drag. So we go from Telly Savalas, who looked like such an Ian Fleming type Blofeld, big tough guy, bold and all that. And then we go to Charles Gray. Charles Gray. Yeah, he was Henderson, You Only Live Twice. And he speaks like this, Mr. Bond, Mr. Bond. Actually, that sounds more like Silver from Skyfall, but you get the picture. Basically, he sounds like he likes men. Speaking of liking men, okay, so the saving grace, if there is one, is easily Bruce Glover in this film as Mr. Wint and Putter Smith as Mr. Kidd. But every scene specifically that Bruce Glover is in, he steals the film as Mr. Wint. He's so sinister. And in the makings of, Bruce Glover talked about, you know, when he really found his character by looking at Putter Smith as Mr. Kidd and like, you're mine, come to me, you're mine. And so he created that kind of jealous thing, you know, where he just saw Putter Smith. And that helped him give foundations to the character. So Bruce Glover, who is a member on Real James Bond Fans Would Love, the Facebook page I run, I salute you. Krazy Kajeevie salutes you. Sir, your performance in this was brilliant. And I would love for your son one day, Crispin Glover, to be a Bond villain. He would be awesome as a Bond villain. Okay, guys, so that's it for this review. Please like, please comment, and please, guys, please subscribe. But don't be lazy. Give it a likey. That really helps me. Like over here, thumbs up, subscribe over here. And I will be back tomorrow for Roger Moore's first film, Live and Let Die. Until then, keep on bonding.